So what's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here, and welcome to my ultimate extinction guide for co-op 4 players. Now before this video starts, I just want to tell you guys to spend 1 second out of your day clicking the like button. This video took a long time to get all the clips together, and YouTube has just done a new update where the like button, well, the like bar is now blue, and when you press the like button it actually makes a weird sound. So I'm going to leave you guys to try that out and tell me what you think. Okay, so I was joking about the like button making a noise, but aside from the fact, let's get on with this video. Now this first part is all about the loadout. So there's 4 class loadouts: weapon specialist, engineer, medic and tank. You want to make sure that your team of 4 have a wide variety where they've picked one of these classes, or you can swap out engineer for 2 people having weapon specialist, or maybe 2 as medic just in case, because it's sometimes difficult to have 1 person depending on getting all the revives all the time. Now, the D-pad options as well are very important in the loadout, and this is essential basically. You can see in my right D-pad that I have the automated sentry gun, and that is so important to have for this guide to work. If you don't have this unlocked, as long as you're playing with someone that has it, then they're the one that take priority in making sure that they get the sentry gun upgraded. Now 2 people need to be running incendiary ammo. 1 person will do, but it's just easier to have 2 people with incendiary ammo, and 1 person has to be running armor piercing ammo. Now the armor piercing ammo is absolute rubbish against the normal aliens like this, but they're very useful against the rhinos, which you encounter later on. So what you want to do is just make sure that with the skill points you get from doing these hives and doing these challenges, that you're upgrading them to the right things basically. So within this loadout, if you're running this, you want to be upgrading the sentry gun as quickly as possible, and also upgrading the incendiary ammo as quickly as possible. Now I'm running team boosters. Now that's not something that you have to use. Normally I'd just replace that and have armor as well, because armor is really good, having armor vests. But you want to make sure someone on your team has feral instincts, and towards the end of Extinction they start upgrading that, because that is so vital. Now around this area you're going to see propane tanks, and you don't necessarily need to use the propane tanks in the way that we are. We're throwing them onto the main hive at the end. You don't have to do this, but it makes it a lot easier when it comes to actually taking waiting for this helicopter to take it out, because we have a serious amount of propane tanks here just waiting that we could have thrown onto the main hive, and we could have just blown them up and we would have done a serious amount of damage, and it releases a ball of fire which actually damages it over time. So with this, you've got a helicopter coming inbound. As soon as it changes to engaged, what you want to do is blow up the propane tanks, and then what you want to do is have at least 3 people on your team shooting the hive. So we have 4 players currently, but what I do is I actually go ahead and try and take out the scorpions, because they do damage to the chopper, and we don't necessarily want the chopper to disappear. I mean, we're doing a lot more damage than if the chopper was just doing it on its own, but it just will help when the chopper is shooting it as well. So normally, without you shooting the hive, in this case, it would take about 2-3 minutes to do, but this took us like 20-30 seconds. It's ridiculous. Now when you complete this hive, you get a money drop of $3,000. So what you want to do is make sure you're upgrading everything that you have not upgraded already. As you can notice, I've already got 4 on the incendiary ammo, so that's full, and the sentry gun is pretty full up. But you want to throw down any IMSs that you may have. They are very important to use as well, and drop any sentry guns if you want to bring them in, just so that you have, you know, the max amount of money you want to carry. I mean, if you have 3,000, then you might as well spend some and then pick it up. If you've got more than 3,000, then go ahead, buy it, because you get 3,000 from that drop. So again, there's no real way to go about doing any of these hives. There's no set way. I'm not going to tell you off for doing a certain way or not. Just make sure you guys are trying to get as many challenges done as possible, because that way you will get as many skill points as possible, and that will really help you guys out. Now with this place especially, it says don't spend any money for 2 minutes, but what I would suggest is there's a little electric trap just in front of this hive. It's quite useful to set that trap on, just as it takes out some of the smaller aliens and lets you focus more on the scorpions that are on the rooftops more than anything. So once we've done that, moving on to the next one, and if the hive comes into this area, drop a sentry gun down here, an automated sentry gun. That looks at any point on where the aliens are going to be coming, and that's really useful. And if you really want to go the extra mile, then what you could do is you could pop down the electric fences that are in front, because the aliens will be coming there and will climb over. You can see an explosive on the ground there. That wasn't upgraded. You don't have to have them upgraded, but it's very useful at the end because when you have them fully upgraded, you get 4 bouncing betties to throw, and that's really, really useful. So you want to make sure you keep upgrading everything that I've mentioned before. You want to make sure that throughout all of this, you're upgrading the sentry gun, you're upgrading the ammo, you're upgrading the armor, you're upgrading the feral instinct, you're upgrading the team explosive, you're upgrading the IMS, just everything like that. So you can see I'm weapon specialist because I like to use LMGs, and there is an LMG in this area, but I decided to hold off and just keep using the Vector, and this is where our awesome OP strategy comes in again for the big hive. So scattered around the map again are propane tanks. You don't have to have them on this hive, but it is useful to have them on. So what we're going to do is just try and get as many propane tanks as possible. Same thing again, when the chopper icon changes from inbound to engaged, what you're going to do is you're going to blow up the propane tanks, and we've set down 2 IMSs in front of the hive. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down a sentry gun, and that's going to cover us while we spray our guns into the hive. Now again, it's such a quicker method than waiting for the chopper to take down the hive, and there's so many scorpions you got to protect the helicopter from. It's just ridiculous. This method is not only so much quicker, but it's also so much faster. So as you can see, you'll see the amount of time it takes for us to actually take down the hive here. It's ridiculous. Now of course that was only a small amount of propane tanks. With more propane tanks you can do so much more damage, but with some people on our team that have bought the LMG, this really makes things a lot quicker. And if you I'll turn around in a second just to show you, there is an absolute crap load of scorpions which you're going to have to take out after you've done this, but it's not to worry because you're going to be taking out far less scorpions than what you would do by actually, you know, just shooting the scorpions and letting the chopper take down this hive. So we'll come back in a second once we've actually destroyed this hive. And as you can see, we just took down that hive in an insane amount of time. Now there's going to be a few more scorpions lying around, so make sure you're taking those guys out. But you're going to get more money again. So chuck down your ammo, chuck down your armor, chuck down absolutely everything that you're going to use, and make sure you're upgrading everything. As you can see, I've got full ammo, I've almost got full weapon specialist, and I almost have full sentry gun. Now when you get to the max level for the sentry gun, that's where it becomes the most useful thing in the world. So make sure you're purchasing everything. Purchase some sentry guns as well and carry them with you to the next hive, as it is really, really important. Now with this bit, don't push forward. What's going to happen is normally a rhino will spawn out of the ground, and if you push forward and shoot it, it will actually run at you and shoot you. But this method showing you here, don't shoot it, let it run off, because what actually happens is it runs out the map and it won't attack you. So you've just avoided one. So there you go, you'll see one right there. Normally one would spawn earlier, but it didn't for some reason. And as you can see, we're like, what the heck, what's it doing? Is it going to attack us? But no, it actually jumps out. And that's the end of that. And I'm not sure if there's another one that pops up, but what I'll do here, again, no real set way, but you want to be using sentry guns pretty much every hive now, as that will really help you out. And if you come over to this barn area here and go up the ladder, there's 2 ladders, one here and one on the left side. There is a chainsaw LMG up here, which is really epic. The best LMG to use on Extinction without a doubt. And you also find some attachments around the map. And I found a grip and rapid fire, which has made it an absolute beast. We've got 2 sentry guns down. We are just absolutely owning this right here. IMSs near the hive is also useful because you want to make sure that the drill health doesn't go down too much. Within this game, if it gets to 0, then that's it, game over. You're absolutely screwed. So make sure that the drill health does never go to 0. It never should drop below 40 in my opinion. But once you defeat this, the area behind the hive will actually open, and there'll be a chopper. So during this hive, a rhino will spawn, and this is where the armor piercing ammo comes in so handy. So I think in this, Insight was running armor piercing ammo, and that takes out the rhinos a lot quicker than anything else. As you can see, incendiary ammo doesn't really do much damage to him, but since it's a mixture of incendiary and armor piercing, it really helped out. So as you can see that even when the drill's nearly done and the drill needs to be repaired, there's no point in repairing it because you're just going to get that That's just going to fulfill itself anyway. Moving down to the next area here, this is where 2 sentry guns will be absolutely epic to have, and there's going to be a lot of scorpions around everywhere, so you want to make sure that you're trying your best to get rid of them as quickly as possible. So now my sentry gun's upgraded, and what that actually lets you do is you can plant down 2 sentry guns at one time, which is just so epically useful. So again, as you can see, our team are very coordinated with what we're doing, grabbing our IMSs and putting them down by this next hive, and then I'm putting down the 2 sentry guns. You want to make sure you're trying to get these challenges done, as it does help. You don't have to, but it does help that you get these challenges done. So this is just some progress of the hive, and making light work of it, and here's where the feral instinct comes in as well. It's not just running fast, but it makes it a lot easier to see the aliens, and I know that makes it sound a bit weird and a bit pointless, but it really actually does help visually just to spot exactly where all these aliens are, especially with the scorpions. So now once we've done that, we move on to the barn house one, which is quite a fun little place to fend off from. So I'm throwing down some explosives, and you want to throw down a sentry gun in this corner that I'm about to look at. As you can see, there's a sentry gun already set up there, but that's the optimum place to put a sentry gun down, in my opinion anyway, as they all jump through the main front open bit here, and also they'll come off from the left side. If the sentry gun ever goes down, just make sure you get that replenished, and you have your incendiary ammo is always being kept up, and if you want to have that extra protection, put the team armored vest down. You are going to get a rhino during this hive, so make sure you're prepared. It's mostly always at the end, as you can see here. For some reason I threw down incendiary ammo like an absolute tard, but inside I had the armor piercing on, so that really helped taking out the rhino really quickly. As you can see, it's dead in a matter of seconds. He's actually chasing him, which is a bit crazy, and there's a few more scorpions and stuff around. So once you've got rid of those, you want to make your way down with the hive to the second to last section here. So put down 2 sentry guns, looking at these 2 locations, as that these are like the optimum sites, I guess you could say. For the left sentry gun, it's got that side covered, and the right side is generally that side covered as well. Throw down your IMSs near these as well, so if any aliens do come near, they're dead instantly. And just have a bit of fun with this. It's a pretty easy hive to defend from, but the scorpions can be very annoying, as they are absolutely everywhere. And as you can see, you can end up being in some scorpion goo, so just be sure to look out on where you're stepping. As soon as one sentry gun is destroyed, just plant another one down straight away, and that will keep everything in tip-top condition. And once you've done that, you'll now move on to the last hive, and this is the big one. This is the big boy hive. This is where things get pretty difficult. So as soon as the hive starts, you want to make sure you have 2 sentry guns popped down in these locations. Now the thing that makes this so difficult is there's going to be so many scorpions around, and this is such an open area with nowhere else to go but this open land. You're going to eventually run into some scorpion goo, as you can see right here. So the sentry guns do a good job at trying to take out these scorpions up here. Make sure you've got IMSs down. You're going to be planting a hell of a lot of sentry guns during this part, so make sure you've got that down. There is going to be another rhino. It's going to spawn, so again, whoever's got armor piercing, use that to your advantage to take down the rhino with lots of quick time ahead. As you can see, we're almost done here, and there's a clip you're going to see shortly where literally almost the whole team is down apart from one person. This is a great way to, if there is literally everyone's down apart from one person, this is a great way to actually go about it. So that person's being revived, and then they get down. Well, no, actually they don't. They are almost about to get down, and then I get down, and this is honestly such a really clever thing to do. So with 3 people down in this situation, normally this would be the end of the game. What's happened is Insight's gone to where the nuke countdown timer is, and it's just making sure to take out every single alien before attempting a revive. Because in this, when you die, you drop a dog tag, but that dog tag lasts for forever basically. So you can revive someone at any one time, even once they're dead. They just won't have their weapons back. So from this point onwards, you're going to be doing the nuke countdown. So I want to make sure is you have everything equipped. You have all the incendiary ammo equipped, so you've got full ammo. I dropped down some team boosters, I think, just so that we like speed up stuff. Your feral instinct should be dropped down as well as armor piercing ammo and explosives. Make sure you pick up everything apart from feral instinct. That's the one thing you want to have dropped down, ready to go as soon as you activate this countdown nuke timer. So everyone has to hold X to start this countdown. As soon as X has been pressed, throw down the feral instinct, pick it up, and then run. We're going to be running up this first ladder here. and you can see the alien rhinos spawning. Run right past them, and you want to run right all the way down to this first barrier. And what's going to happen here is you're going to throw out one of the sentry guns. And what you also want to have is, if someone's picked up the one of the new items where you can call down a missile, that would also be really handy to use about now. Now you may have to use 2 sentry guns at this point to take them out, but 1 should do it, because you don't want to have to leave to the next place and still have both sentry guns up, and it won't let you plant down anymore. So this is really just a case of trying to survive using your space wisely. You don't want to be tucked around in corners, because the rhinos are going to absolutely whoop your ass. But as soon as the main little beam that's blocking our pathway to the next area drops like that, you want to keep running. But you want to make sure someone drops down Feral Instinct. We're like, come on, drop down the Feral Instinct. We need it. And there we go, it was dropped right there. And it's just so vital that Feral Instinct is used in this last bit, just to get past all of the mess and get yourself up to the barrier where we can do this last bit. Now, a armor vest was dropped there as well. Just make sure everything is restocked at this point in time. You may drop down some ammo, just some armor as well. See, I had too many turrets. You need to make sure you get all the way back here so you can actually drop down these turrets. And we're going to have 2 to 3 rhinos at this point. I think I get downed at this point, which is really, really bad. And for this, you just make sure you back up completely and take down anything coming towards you. There is no point attempting a revive at this point, unless you have everything taken out, because you are going to get taken out as well, and that's going to be the end of you. So we had the medic there behind me, luckily, and then at this point we should have picked up the Feral Instinct, but now we're just like run. So we're dropping down our explosives, we're dropping down IMSs. I'm pretty sure at some point I'll drop down another sentry gun, just in case, because you never know what might creep up. And make sure everyone gets to the exfil chopper within 1 minute 30 to get yourself an achievement. And that, my friends, is my Extinction co-op ultimate guide. It may not have been completely detailed, but it was detailed enough for you guys to go into Extinction now with 4 players and use the loadouts and stuff that I showed you. And you should be able to complete this. We completed this in 45 minutes, which is kind of a record for us, really. It's such a fast time, and we done this in a really boss way. So really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to spend 1 second clicking the like button. It was a very long video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below on what is your favorite loadout, and if you've beaten Extinction, what's your best time, and just leave me your score down below. And make sure you subscribe for more Call of Duty Ghost gameplay coming, uploading videos daily, and you're going to be seeing a lot of next gen content coming over the next week or so. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you on my next video.